Hi guys, Dr. Castro here from Cervical Chiropractic. Did you know that upper cervical misalignment can interfere with brain development? So this video is going to be a long one because it's something that I'm really passionate about. But watch the whole thing and then comment below if you have any questions, okay? So the brain is not fully developed at birth. The brain has to move through growth and development as we go through life. And the development of the brain starts from the back and then it moves all the way to the front. So it starts up here, back here, okay? And the back part of the brain is the part that is responsible for sensation and movement and sensory input, things like that. And then when you start to develop the front part of the brain, that's when you start to develop the part that makes us human. The front part of the brain is the part responsible for decision making, higher functioning, higher thinking, and things like that. So in order to stimulate brain development throughout life, especially at the beginning, the first few years of a child's life, the brain needs to be fed with sensory information from the body and the outside world, such as movement, touch, sound, vision, and all those sensory inputs. The problem is when we have altered sensory input going to the brain, it can impact the child's development a lot, okay? So when you have crappy information going into the brain, you're gonna have crappy information going out as a result. So stress is a big player that can alter the sensory input going to the brain. And stress can be physical stress, chemical stress, or emotional stress. So all those three types of stresses can negatively impact the brain development of the child. So when, one that we see a lot is the physical stress. When you have altered joint biomechanics because of a misalignment, it can, not only affect the nerve functioning, changing joint motion, affect postural imbalance, it can also affect the brain development, right? Because if you have sensory and motor output that is being altered because of that misalignment, that is causing, the eyes not to be level with the horizon, causing bad joint motion, and also postural imbalance, it will change the architecture of the developing brain. And therefore, it will change the way the child engages with the world, and can create a ton of problems down the road as the child grows and develops, okay? So there's a ton of research about how important brain development and how important sensory integration is for the brain development of the child, and how parents should, really try to have as much sensory input in the first few years to, help that developing brain, okay? I want to talk about one study in particular. It was done in New Zealand, and they talk about how spinal manipulation of dysfunctional cervical joints, aka upper cervical misalignment, may alter a specific central cortical motor, facilitatory, and inhibitory neuroprocessing. So how that front part of the brain is functioning, right? And also cortical motor control of the upper limb muscles. So how the muscles are working, okay? So this study suggests how getting adjusted may alter sensory motor integration, right? Because if your spine is in alignment and you're having good information from those joint receptors, because the joint receptors are basically the GPS units of the body, right? And if you have bad directions, you're not gonna get where you want to go in life, right? If you have good directions, your GPS is gonna take you where you want to go, and you're gonna get there as fast as possible, right? If the joint receptors are not working properly, the GPS is not gonna work properly, and the brain's gonna receive bad information, and the brain's not gonna develop like, we were meant to develop, okay? So the takeaway from this is that if the body is in alignment and the brain is receiving quality sensory input from the environment, the brain can function at a higher level, and you can improve the development of the brain as the child goes through life. okay? So when the body is functioning at 100%, when we're having good input going into the brain and good input coming out to the rest of the body, we can function at 100%. So when we're functioning at 100%, we can be more productive, we can have less symptoms, we can have less pain, we can be more happy, we can love, we can engage with the family, right? Because we're feeling good, we're functioning well, and the brain is developed how we were meant to, right? So we can live life with more purpose and less symptoms, okay? So I just wanted to do this video because, you know, a lot of people don't know that how important it is to get kids checked, because they think, oh, kids, they don't have any pain, so they're fine. But if a kid has a misalignment, especially beginning, you know, birth is one of the first misalignments, because a lot of times we pull the baby's head and twist and turn to get it out, and that can create misalignment, especially at the upper neck, which can affect the development of the brain as the baby grows, right? So if you have any kids in your family, get them checked. Kids, they thrive under chiropractic care, and it can be really helpful to, you know, help their brain develop to the best of their ability so they can live life with, you know, excellence and purpose. And that's what life is all about, right? So if you have any questions, if you know anyone with kids, let them know that chiropractic care can help, and we're here for you. And if you have any questions, just let me know, and take care. Bye-bye.